Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers.
Let's go one more.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch.
On second down, McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Mike's 42. Watch the screen.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
I'm coming after you.
Newton on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Sponge.
Great.
Switch.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's McCaffrey. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check. Check. 42's the mic.
Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Gun.
Check 43.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Ready.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Newton now to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
We got 3. Mike 42, Mike 40. 42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic.
Again, Newton. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Dancing to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, room here to run. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Great.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Second and goal at the Packers' 11-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check nickel. 8.
Again, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Newton on third and goal. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And some room to work. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Newton, he's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Newton now to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Newton now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10.
Check. 42's the mic. Check.
Throwing again is Newton. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Nice hit, boy.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 50. Check 50.
Gun.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. And Gano's kick is right through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rodgers to throw. Jones has it. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Inside. Here we go, D. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, wahoo!
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready? Right to the 3.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
20.
Crunch. Crunch. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 45 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Tight end's right.
Great.
Alert. 3 down.
Throwing on 3rd down. Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's an elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for them to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers going to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check 31. Check 30.
Easy. Jump out.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw is Rodgers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe
it's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 56 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. There's Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Kill.
Rodgers now to throw. He's got it complete to Perkins. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Green Bay.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. It's complete to Williams. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Back, come on. Hey, 88.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. It's Williams on the catch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They get it to him running left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You got tight. You got tight right there. 8.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
Back to throw, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 52. Check 26. Check 26.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready? You can set, ready?
Check 45 to Mike. Night, sweetheart.
Gun.
45 to Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
Express!
He don't want it. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Watch the curl.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Got his target, Samuel. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Hey. Check 6 guys.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, QB's trash. Let's go.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Bang!
Watch out. Watch out. Ready?
It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
It's a loss of 1.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the